I'm the first one to do that. I bet you never knew that. Back like a tailbone. Who you got the tail on? If it ain't about me, about whole D, about face. If you ain't on higher, learn it. The soda in the pot and the fire, burn it.
This shit is so dope. You might wanna be my guest. This shit is so dope. You might wanna be my.
Gal Guardians 2, Servants of the Dark. I gotta get that out of the way. I just got done beating this game, and I'm currently playing this Phantom Breaker. I can't wait to review this game, and I cannot wait to review Clair Obscur, but I gotta get this out of the way. Gal Guardians 2, Servants of the Dark is a 2D action side-scroller Metrovania game that is a sequel to the Gal Guardians series. Is it no, this is just a second game, so it's not even whatever. Karika and Masha, maids of the Serve Demon, Lord Maxim, return to their castle to find it destroyed by a rival named Lisa Norg. As the only surviving vessels, Karika and Masha must adventure together with their master Maxim, reduced to a shell of his former self in order to restore him to glory.
Castle conquering action resurrected. Gal Guardians, Servants of the Dark. Available now.
By me playing the original, it did not pull me away from that franchise, because again, the first one was good. So when I heard it was making a sequel, I wanted to see how the sequel is. They have fixed a lot of problems with the first one. They took in a lot of the problems and they fixed it on this one. So the second one is very enjoyable. I honestly would recommend people to play the second one than the first one. The first one was good, but I feel like by the second one being a very, very big improvement. Let me fix you for a second. I didn't have the angle of the camera right. But all I was going to say was the fact that if you are a fan of Gal Gun and you have not played the Gal Guardians first one, and you're wondering if you should play this one, go ahead, play it. It's not perfect, I'll warn you. This second one is good. It has some problems. But for the most part, I was still able to enjoy it for its full disclosure. The game picks up pretty quickly. The game takes place already when the castle is already in the brink of destruction, where your master Maxim is literally getting fucked up by the demon lord himself. So you as Karika and Masha, they're literally demon maids, and you're just trying to see what the hell is going on. And as you're finding your way to make it to Maxim and trying to see if he's okay, you're coming across a tutorial system and you begin to learn new patterns of the game as you continue on your journey. Now, as for the controls and the patterns itself, this is why I gotta give the game praise, is because they have showed not just how you play with two different characters, one that has far range and one that has close range, but they also show you more elements of connectivity so you can know how to use them correctly. They've done that a little bit on the first one, but not to the point where you was feeling as if you was missing out on certain activities that you need to upgrade, or you was beginning to feel as if, you know what, both of them are good in their own way. No, Karika and Masha, these are two girls. One has a whip, and she'll whoop the shit out of you, and one has an AK. So one is a hood bitch and one is a freaky bitch. but listen, I like how they use the elements of combat and they made it more like traversal. Not just how they fight, but just how they travel, how they move towards certain obstacles, and even how they predict certain movements of demon activity. When we begin to learn the controls and we begin to fight enough demons to make it to the top, this is when we get notice of just how the difficult aspect of the game is. Now, granted, we have a difficulty setting. We have a setting to make the game easier. We have a setting to make the game harder. Now, the harder you make the game, the more challenging it's going to be, and the more you're going to die, and the more you're going to learn from your mistakes. But you know, with me being in my mid-30s, I don't want to go through that shit. I end up playing the game on easy mode, and for some reason this game is still tough. It's really tough, but not tough to the point where I was getting like bothered by it, but it was tough enough for me to understand the patterns of the game, and each time I died I learned from my mistakes. There was even times where I was dying because I was being too careless, so later on I ended up switching the difficulty to normal. Going past the welcoming page, this is where the game begins to show us more elements of what makes this game stronger than the original. Like, for example, you actually have a reason to backtrack now. Unlike the original, where you just backtrack just so you can fully upgrade your weapon and just find certain ways to your weapon to have different abilities. But on this game, you can backtrack so you can make your character stronger, so your character can level up, so it can be Karika and Masha can get stronger, and even Maxim himself, because by him being so nerfed and him guiding you to where you need to go in the game, you can find his bones has been shattered all around the game, and when you find enough, you cannot just level your characters up so you can be stronger, but you can unlock other abilities as well, so you can find other places that you cannot reach, or you just didn't have the ability to break your way through these other obstacles, so you can find better loot, better weapons, or better all, a better advantage. And the advantages is elements of weapons, and I didn't even think they was gonna have this, but they do on this game. You can actually find weapons on this game to help your character be an elemental badass. Some of these weapons have an attack boost, some of these weapons have like an elemental boost where it can shoot like a fire element or a paralyzed element or an ice element or a poison element, electricity, you get it. And I like the fact that it doesn't just make your enemies just take more damage, but they actually show the elements taking place. Even with the bosses, I was surprised how animated these bosses was. They wouldn't just talk to you, and even though these monsters, these bosses, and even Karika and Masha has more life interactions now other than the original, to make you feel as if these characters are actually more realistic by interacting with the game and interacting with the cutscenes. But at the same time, the enemies can interact with how you attack them too. There was some times where I was fighting bosses and I was using a paralyzed build, and they was actually being paralyzed. There was even some times where I was freezing the enemies and it was getting like a chill aspect. Like there was like they literally went balls deep of just going all out on this whole sequel, and it made me really enjoy the game a lot, because I was like, holy shit, like, okay, like this is actually a game that I can really put a lot of hours to if I was really that dedicated. But I think what really killed my dedication just a little bit was the fact that the bosses was very creative. I like the bosses a lot. I think my favorite boss was the one that you find in the sand area, because she just mocks you and talks shit about you, man. And it really made me want to just, like, you know, I'm gonna really fuck this bitch up. But she was really tough to defeat. What really kind of killed my interest a little bit was the fact that they took a back seat and gave us more of the same enemies that was on the first one. It's like 80% of the same enemies, 20% of new enemies. That might not be enough for people to, to agree with my flaw of the game, because some people can say that, well, the enemies, if they're the same, then there's not enough for me to just bash on the game. Well, how about this? The game will easily make you be lost. You can easily get lost on this game. You can. They show you where to go on a map, but they don't show you how to get there. So there was a lot of times I had to go on YouTube just to look at where to go, and I was really fucked up, man, because I was like, man, like, I looked through a tutorial list, and there was a guy on YouTube that did like a whole 5 hours of the game, and I watched 3 hours just to see where to go. And I had to backtrack a lot, because I was like, man, that explains why I was getting killed so much, because I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I don't think it wasn't that, I just think I wasn't strong enough, so I had to keep doing some backtracking. But they don't explain that. They don't even tell you where to go correctly. And that was like a big flaw to me, because it was like, god damn, I would have saved a lot of time if I went to this place first. But after the tutorial, they just give you all these areas of where to go through in the whole map, and then you just have to just hope for the best that you're going to the right damn direction. It shouldn't have to be like that. I feel like if you know what area is more convenient for a new player to go to, then you need to lock everything out and have us go there first. Gal Guardians, Demon Purge didn't even have that problem. Wrapping this game up, this is when I have to be honest. After beating it, the replay value is 50-50. I was gonna play the game again, and I did. I spent like 2 hours just doing everything, trying to collect everything, but I was too frustrated after what I went through on the first playthrough. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm not gonna play this shit no more, dude. You know, like Phantom Breaker, I was playing the hell out of that, and then Claire Obscured Disbelief. I'm like, no, man, I'm just gonna review this game and just be on my merry way. But I think even if it wasn't for those games like manipulating me to play them, I probably would have played more of this. So just don't let my frustration guide you guys of just not trying this game out. If y'all do try this game out, just be aware of the issues that I mentioned. Like, you're gonna be easily lost, but other than that, don't let that take y'all away from the overall experience of you enjoying this good, intense side-scrolling experience. Overall, this game was great. It was a good improvement from the first one. But when you sharpen the blade, that doesn't mean that the double-edged sword is not dull on the other side. This game is still dull a couple of edges. By you fixing some problems, you created a couple of you made a couple of them on this one, and that's the reason why I really can't let that shit go. I only have to recommend it to people that is looking for a good improvement to try to escape from the original if y'all haven't. But at the same time, if y'all don't play this, if y'all overlook this, I honestly don't blame you. I'm gonna have to give Gal Guardian Servants of the Dark a B-. I'm showing mercy. I was gonna give this a C. But that's because my frustration. I feel like by me being a critic and by me I've been critiquing and reviewing things for a long while now. So I'm learning, I'm trying to pull my anger to the side and be more factual. A lot of people don't want me to do that because they say it brings in a lot of entertainment, but I'd rather to be less entertaining and be more honest and be more professional than be more ignorant and outspoken in an unintelligent way. Did I even drop any F-bombs on this review? I hope I didn't. If I didn't, hey, that's good. That's good. I normally drop a lot of F-bombs on my reviews. But if I did, let me know. I was waiting for that bell so I can keep playing this. I want to play this so bad. I love this game so much. Look at this. I'm playing this right now. This is the game. This is the game. I'm going to be streaming it too. So y'all guys stay tuned for that. But I don't want to, maybe I can let you go. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for my upcoming reviews and videos. Hit it your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher. And you guys have a good day.